everybody, it's Dave here. Welcome to Digital Doxology. Hope you're having a good day. And before I get started in this video, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe so you'll get more videos in the future, and ring that little bell so whenever I put more videos out, you'll be notified when they come out, okay? And so today's video is what I'm going to do today is I am going to put together a song and show you the kind of the general procedure of how I put together a song on my set list and go through everything. And the procedure that I use can be used for any kind of music that you like to do, whether it's pop music, rock music, country music, jazz, or even techno and trance music. I mean, the procedure is all going to be the same. It'll be different styles of music. And so the song I'm going to do today is a song some of you might know. It's called You Were Always on My Mind. And it was written by Willie Nelson, and it's been covered by multiple artists over the years, including I think Elvis Presley and even Michael Bublé. So it's one of those songs that's a pretty well-known pop song. And what I did first is I took my lyric sheet and I kind of went through and figured out how many bars I wanted for the intro, and then how many bars for the verse and the chorus. And so there's 8 bars, and basically what you do is if you're not familiar with that, you go through sing the song and then count how many 4/4 bars there are, like 1, maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. So there's 2 bars here, 2 bars in that line, 2 bars in that, so 8 bars for the first part here, 8 bars for the chorus, or you could call this an extension of the verse with the chorus on the last 2, but I just combined these into 16 measures for both of them. I could have separated these into 2 sections and did 1 section for the first part and 1 section for this, and did each one 8 bars, but I decided I'm going to do these 2 together. So 16 bars, 16 bars, and then there's an interlude that comes in halfway through the song. And then what it does after the interlude, it goes back and repeats this as an instrumental. Sing this then, and then you take it out and repeat this at the end, like a double. I guess you could call this part, you're going to double this part at the end. But I'm going to just make this an ending section at the end of it. All right. And the tricky part in this song was doing the drums, because there's, as usual, sometimes when you use the pattern sequencer and you use the programmed rhythm patterns, there aren't really rhythm patterns that kind of suit my taste. So I've set it up initially here, so just to kind of show you how I got started. Track 1 or zone 1 is going to be the piano. Only I'm doing it in D. So. All right. So that's kind of the piano part, and I decided to go with a electric piano Mark II chorus. So when you go on there and you can see the piano I use, but you can really pick any piano that suits your taste. And when you're doing a song, that's the cool thing about this keyboard, is that you've got hundreds and hundreds of things to choose from. So that's nice. Now, by the way, if you like a particular sound, go in and hit the star button, and then you can give it a rating of 2 or 3 or stars, whatever you want, and then hit that. It makes it easier to find the sounds you like later on. All right, so for zone 2 is electric bass or fretless bass. And I picked bass 26. All right, so I have my intro, which is 4 bars. And at the beginning, because it starts off, it's actually 3 bars, but I'd use that first bar as a count in like this. Listen, you're going to hear 3 little hi-hats. 2, 3. And then it goes in right there. It'll go into the first verse. It's what they call a pickup measure. So that first measure is a pickup measure, and there's just a hi-hat. 1, 2, 3. Ba ba bum. And then let me go back to the piano. 1, 2, 3. Da. So has a pickup measure. So it's one of those odd things that the intro, you may just have to do it you may just have to freestyle it, which is kind of what I did right there. And then I did the drums for the verse. And this is going to be 16 bars. If I made you feel second best, I'm so sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. And stop. All right, so that is actually going to repeat. So I'm going to repeat that for the next verse. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. Then we're going to go into the C section, which is the interlude. So I'm going to record that right now and show you how I do this. I'm going to take this drum pattern and I'm going to copy that. And let's go to pattern utility. Take pattern on 8, copy. And then I'm going to paste that right in there. Voila. Now, just for the heck of it, I'm going to go ahead and paste it right there for the next section as well. That's going to be my ending. No, that's actually going to be I'm going to repeat the B section. So let me go ahead and set that up now. This is going to become my instrumental. So I'll show you. This will make sense in a minute. So I'm going to copy it. And I'm going to paste it right there. I'm going to copy that pattern. And I'm going to paste that pattern right there. Then when I go back and repeat the verse and chorus, then I'm going to turn this first part of this into an instrumental with a flute sound or something. We'll come back to that in just a minute. So now I'm going to do a little interlude. I've got my drum beat ready. See if you know what, I may add some things to that. Yeah, I will. Let me finish up. Let me do this first. All right, so the interlude. The cool thing about this song, it's Willie Nelson wrote this song years ago, and it's a lot of people say, well, this is country, but the surprising thing of this song is it's actually kind of quasi-jazz in nature. It's one of those songs that has like the running bass line in it. And in just a second, you're going to watch and see. It is really cool because it has that moving bass line. It never stays on. Like some country songs will have G major for 4 bars and then D major for 4 bars, and then maybe an A minor in there once in a while. But this song is constantly moving. The bass line's constantly moving, so it's a little bit tricky. All right, now I'm going to get to the interlude right here, and I just realized that this is not 16 bars. It's actually 8 bars for the interlude. And after the interlude, then it's going to go back and do the instrumental and the chorus. All right, so we're going to do the interlude right here. It's going to be 8 bars. Set my record, set it for 8. 1 measure count in. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. I had to kind of hum along with it while I was doing that. Now I'm going to lay down the bass in zone 2 for the interlude. Let's see. There we go. And record. And here comes the bass, so it's going to be 8 bars. No quantize, and 1 measure count in. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sucked. I'm going to do that again. The nice thing is I can undo. And all right, let's do that again. You know, when I'm playing the bass, I'm trying to play it as if I were actually playing a bass. I'm thinking in my mind, I'm thinking, what would a bass player do? And that kind of helps give you a little ideas. Here we go. Like that. That was good. So I was trying to play the bass as if I was actually playing a stand-up or acoustic bass. And let's hear what that is. This is the interlude. And all together. Nope, that's not it. Stop. My fingers aren't small enough sometimes. Now we're going to go do the instrumental. Now for the instrumental, I'm going to pick an instrument. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to put the strings right there for the, this is when I go back and repeat and do the instrumental on section D. So I'm going to lay down the instrumental part. And let me just play through it a little. I got an idea there. Here we go. Record. This is going to be 16 bars. And anything special here? Nope. Just start. 2, 3, 4. Let's listen to it. I was adding some extra stuff in there. Turn the volume down. Now here's where the vocal comes back in. Little things I should have said and done. I just never took the time. But you were always on my mind. All right, so that is the interlude. And now we're going to put the ending on here. This is where it's going to get tricky. Okay, so for the ending, let me shut those down. Oh yeah, let me save this before I do something stupid here. I hate it when I do that. Save. That's always a good idea to save your work there, because sometimes you hit a button and like, oh crap, you know, you just eliminated all your work that you did. But it's all still there. So I'm going to go in on the next track, and I'm going to shut that down. There we go. I am going to do a special drum track, because the reason I'm going to do a special drum track is because the ending is, it's hard to explain. At the end of the song, there's like a break, and the drums just stop, and the tempo slows down, and so you need the drums to stop and get out of the way, and then the piano just finishes it out on a freestyle basis, if that kind of makes sense. So let's see if I can do this. I'm going to need about 4 bars of a steady drum beat and then a break. So what I'm going to do is create my own drum track right here. And I'm going to just do it for 12 bars. The drums aren't actually going to play for 12 bars, but I'm going to play later on. I'm going to play for 12, let the song play out. In a second, this will make sense. So I am going to make the drum track 12 bars, but the drums aren't going to play for 12 bars. Pattern right there. All right, I'm going to lay down the drum track again because I didn't like what I did before. So it's going to be 12 bars. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. And I was listening to it, see how steady it is. Yes. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to go this time, I'm going to record over my drum track, make it 12, mix in new, take off quantize, because that sometimes just gets in the way. All right, let's try it now. This time I'm going to lay down a rim shot. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to not loop it. Here we go. 1, 2, here we go. And stop. All right, so I'm just going to leave that right where it is for now, because I may want to add some percussion sounds in there. Now I'm going to lay down my piano track. This is for the last part of the song. You were always on my mind. 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 It's going to repeat that part twice. So here we go. 12 bars. Yep, here we go. Oh, that's not right. Undo. I just messed up on it, and I know what I did, so I'm going to do it again. Here we go. 12 bars. 2, 3, 4. You were always on my mind. Stop. I could have made it 10 bars and that would have been okay, but I'm going to stop recording right there and stop. All right, so here's what it sounds like, my ending. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. You were always on let's go and do the bass part here. Remember, here we go. 12 bars. Start. Yeah, I think we're also 1, 2, 3, 4. Just did a little thing with the bass there, but that kind of gives you that free flowing feel at the end. And if you want just to keep it, you can add a little bit of strings there. Hold on, let's make sure I got strings coming in. There we go. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. All right. So now let's start putting this to a song. All right. So we have 5 sections. We have the intro. That's the intro. Then we have the verse. We have the interlude, which is C. Then we have the instrumental, which is the same thing as the verse. I just made an instrumental there with the strings. And then we have the ending. All right, so what we're going to do now is group them together. So first grouping right there. Now I'm actually building it into a song. So grouping and click set. Okay, so this is my grouping. I'm not going to give anything a name yet. Let's go ahead and pick this set B. Come on. Nah. My fingers are not skinny. There we go. That's the frustrating part. Sometimes your fingers just aren't skinny enough. Okay, so group B will be the verse and set. Okay. And group C is going to be the interlude. So grouping 3 set. Okay. And group D, this is instrumental, grouping and set. Okay, this goes pretty fast once you get used to it. And then the ending right there. All right, so grouping 5 set. Okay. All right, now I got all my groupings set. Now I'm going to actually go through and rename all of them. Oh, there we go. This is going to be the intro. So clear intro. Ah, that's, my fingers are just not small enough. Intro. 2 is going to be verse chorus. So I'm just going to call that verse. Okay, just that. Fine. All right. This one is going to be the interlude. Clear interlude. I guess you only can put, what, 8 letters in there? Yikes. Yeah, they don't give you a lot of space for letters. Interlude. All right, next pattern 4 is going to be called the instrumental in there. And then this one is going to be the end. All right, clear all, E, N, D. All right. Oh, wait, there's something else I have to do for the length. So length for the intro is going to be 4 bars. This one's going to be 16 bars. That's the verse and the chorus combined. This one's going to be 8 bars on the interlude. And then the instrumental is going to be 16 bars. And the ending is going to be 12 bars. make song. All right, so I have my intro, then I have the verse, chorus, chorus again, then there's the interlude, then there's the instrumental, and then there's the ending. I think that's it. Here's where you can go back and check the words of the song. So you got intro, verse, chorus, interlude, goes back and does the instrumental, then you come back in on the second part of that, and then go to the ending. All right, I think I got it. Make song. All right, well, here we go. The moment of truth. Oh wait, don't forget, save and write. That way, in case you hit some button, you don't mess everything up. All right, now for the moment of truth. I have my song all lined up here, ready to go. So you can watch and sing along if you want. You Were Always on My Mind by Willie Nelson. There it goes. Verse 1. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, I'm so sorry I was blind. But you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. And I guess I never told you that I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. But you were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. Give me one more chance to keep you satisfied, and I'll keep you satisfied. Yeah, coming up in the ending here, let's see how it goes. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. 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 Let's see if it stops at the end here. Sometimes it goes back and plays it again. Yes! Victory! All right. So, hey, we did it from start to finish. And I got my song ready. I want to make sure I hit save. Anything I did, I want to save. Make sure I don't erase my work. All right. So, overall, there's a few things I probably will go back and tweak a little bit. I wasn't quite satisfied with the ending right there. There was something kind of off a little bit to me, but I'll listen to it again and probably erase the bass or erase the piano or just redo the bass and piano. That's no big deal. I can do that just to make sure I save it again. But that's really the tricky part about some of these songs is doing the ending and the intro. It's the verse and the chorus are pretty easy once you get used to the system and procedure. But it's the endings can be a little tricky because there's that rubato at the end of a song sometimes where they just cut the drums out, and then you've got the piano and the violins and the bass sort of playing at a rubato, a free tempo, a freestyle. And so that's kind of difficult to do when you've got a sequencer, and everything has to be, cut and dried right on the beat. So you just kind of have to work around that. I call that freestyling. But I hope you enjoyed this, and hope this video helps you, give you some ideas when you do your own songs and set them up. All right. And if you like this video, please hit like and share and subscribe. And of course, ring that little bell so you can be notified whenever I put out my next video. And again, one last thing, just remember I made my own special scene here, a letter D, and I have all these songs programmed. So if I'm ready to play a song or play a gig somewhere, I've got all my songs in here, all of them programmed. And it starts up when the computer, I've now set my keyboard up so that it starts up right on that pattern. And so I did that in the menu. Go to System, scroll down, and click on Startup Scene. And then you can adjust which one you want to be your startup scene. And then, of course, write it. And then when your computer starts up, it will start right up with the first scene that you want to come up. Whatever scene you want. If you want to go back and do scene A, the homecoming screen, then you can have it set up on there. All right. So this is Dave. Have a great day. Hope you have some fun making up your own songs. And have a great day. Catch you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.